You have the call open today, Justin?
Yes, my name is Justin. The advertising buys me shoes. I love Will Arnett, and I have a notepad to write things down.
It's a very weird way of phrasing all that, Justin, but all right.
Normal stuff that I always say on the podcast is me, Justin.
Yeah.
Say, yes.
Yeah, that's normal Justin behavior right there. I'm going to be honest with y'all before we do this podcast. I was like, you know what? Everybody keeps accusing me of having ADHD. Why don't I take a test?
Oh, no.
I didn't finish the test. Ironically.
Maybe that was
I got distracted with other things. And then I started a new test. It came up with, I have some ADHD tendencies, which was a surprise to me.
One of the questions should have been like, did you already start a separate test?
Yeah, I'm not off to a good start. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
I want to find out if I have ADHD, but I also want to find out which gossip girl I am. So I need to do that test as well at the same time.
If you could do both those tests, that would have been great. As far as the Golden Girls go, I am Betty White, apparently.
Okay.
I'm very happy about that.
I can see that.
I really wish I had gotten B. Arthur. America's sexiest lady to ever live.
Okay.
B. Arthur.
Yep.
If you have any other opinion, you're wrong. And I like to say the 60s age was her golden years as a...
She was a golden girl.
That was when she looked her most beautiful.
The mom on that show was only like 7 years older.
Dorothy?
Yeah,
she
really?
Yeah, she was.
Was she really?
Maybe 7 years is too little, but the age was, they really aged her up and kind of aged the others down.
Oh, wow.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah. Fun facts about the Golden Girls today.
With Justin.
Yeah. I didn't plan on getting here, Justin, to the Golden Girls section.
And what other Golden Girls facts do you want?
Do you have any more?
Rue McClanahan and Betty White essentially switched their stereotypical parts. Up until that point, Betty White had been like a kind of sassy lady, and Rue McClanahan was kind of the doe-eyed whatever, and they decided it was better casting to not typecast them. So
Betty White is still alive, right?
she is. Yes.
Oh, thank goodness.
She's like late 90s.
Yeah, she's
late 90s, probably like what, 99, maybe 100.
She's like 98 or 99, yeah.
Man, her, the Queen, and what's his face from Keith Richards from Rolling Stones. We really got to think about what type of world we're going to leave behind for them. I saw a news article that said the Queen is entering a new phase and won't be seen until February, and I don't know what that means.
That's like really ominous.
It's kind of scary, isn't
oil
it?
change, tire rotations. That kind
Yeah.
of stuff takes a lot of time.
She's getting a tune-up.
Maybe she's a werewolf. I would like to
How
say
many full moons though between now and February?
it's bound to be at least one, right?
Yeah, I gotta think one or two.
I mean, the full moon cycle is what, 28 days?
That sounds right.
Right?
Sure.
Is that right?
I think it's
think,
like
yeah, it's
each
got-
month. That are
29, 28?
Yeah.
I know a blue moon is when you get 2 full moons in 1 month.
Blue moon is a beer.
It's also a beer.
Hello.
Hey,
Wordplay.
I guess so.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we've been recording.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of expected you to know that, Rylee.
Nope.
Microphone's in front of you, or we're recording.
Too bad it's not every 29 days. Prime number.
Yeah, we've been a prime number.
Look at that.
Oh,
Chair.
callback. You know, I
my
totally forgot
goodness.
about that joke for like 8 episodes, and then I finally remembered it. I was like, oh yeah, we do that.
Just prime numbers, man.
There's a lot of segments I've forgotten about.
That's probably
It's
I
the
really-
ADHD talking.
Yeah, apparently it's ADHD.
You need Justin's notes. I mean, my notes.
Justin is like, he does have,
He's got these-
Justin, I'm sorry for referring to you in the third person, but, you did build that official archive and
right.
announced it very proudly onto the podcast for some reason.
Does he keep his notes after every episode?
He does. We have a folder of them now.
That's so funny. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I'm answering for you,
I
Justin.
and myself.
Oh, I'm sorry, Justin.
Yes, of course. I have notes sitting in front of me right now just to make sure that it's all.
What you got on there so far?
The date.
That's pretty good.
I think you're making it good.
There you go.
I think,
Good start.
that's all we really need. We haven't really said anything too important on here.
Exactly. Yeah. I should Golden Girls facts. Do I need to write those down?
You know what? I should really finish that ADHD test. Let me take an ADHD test live on the air here.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That actually sounds fun. Here, you read off the questions and answer for me when I hit something.
How often do you have difficulty sustaining your attention while doing something for work, school, a hobby, or fun activity? For example, remaining focused during lectures, lengthy reading, or conversations. That's always under fun activity necessarily. But,
Yeah, it doesn't feel very fun.
options are never, rarely, sometimes, and often.
And it's going to be the same options every single time?
You know what? Let's check. Seems to be yes.
Okay, so we don't have to read that off every time.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
will,
put
but we don't have to.
I'm gonna put often.
Often. I might have ADHD because I already forgot the question.
Yeah, that's alright.
Oh.
Oh, my
somebody
fiance.
named Elise just said that she loves me holding the phone. She must
Uh-oh.
know that I have your phone. Me, Justin.
Okay.
This other one. It was not.
What's the next one? Oh, it was not clicking.
No, it's not.
That's weird.
How often are you easily distracted by external stimuli, like something in your environment or unrelated thoughts?
Very often.
Very often. Not an option.
Is that not? Oh, I forgot the options already.
How long is this test? This test is way too long to do this for.
How many
we
questions
got?
is it?
It's at 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes. Don't worry, we have a full hour to kill.
How often do you avoid, dislike, or are reluctant to engage in tasks that require sustained mental effort or thought?
I mean, sometimes. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't feel like doing something.
That's fair.
I feel like we all get that way, though, right?
I would think so. How often do you have trouble listening to someone even when they are speaking directly to you? Like your mind is somewhere else.
Oh, very often.
Still not an option. So I'm not gonna put it.
I keep forgetting that's not an
Just
option.
say whatever the highest one is.
Yeah. How often do you have difficulty in organizing an activity or task needing to get done? For example, poor time management, fails to meet deadlines, difficulty managing sequential tasks.
I feel like I get my task done, so I'll put sometimes.
Sometimes.
Just sometimes.
Alright. How often do you fail to give close attention to details or make careless mistakes in things such as schoolwork, at work, or during other activities?
I feel like sometimes is appropriate. I don't want to say rarely. I do sometimes mess up.
This was all a
I
sting.
kind of feel like rarely and sometimes is like the same thing, though.
This was all a sting by Scott. He just
Aw.
wanted you to admit and
How did he convince me to convince myself to do this?
Psych Central
He's
is
been
being
playing the
spelled
long
right.
game.
He's been playing the long game, hasn't he?
PsychCentral.net is spelled S-I-K-E. Gotcha. How often do you forget to do something you do all the time, such as missing an appointment or paying a bill?
Well, there's a reason why I have my fiance pay the majority of the bills. So, I guess sometimes, like in the past, before she was paying for a lot of the bills, I would forget to pay rent. So now I have a lot of my bills on autopay, and I had to put all my bills into the calendar at work so that it would tell me a day before.
Good idea. Good idea.
Smart.
I'm coping.
I'm getting by.
I'm getting by.
How often do you lose, misplace, or damage something that's necessary in order to get things done? For example, your phone, eyeglasses, paperwork, wallet, keys, etc. As I sit here with your damaged phone, I'm just going to go ahead and we're going with at least a rarely here.
I do lose the remote to TV a lot. My keys, I bought a hook to put them on so I won't forget them, and I do lose my wallet and my phone quite a lot.
Gotcha.
One time I managed to misplace this laptop that's not mine. And when I was in college, I misplaced the fraternity's entire treasury fund that was in a lockbox
That's a problem.
for about 3 days and did not tell anybody. So sorry, guys. I did eventually find it.
Confessions on the podcast.
And I did set up a bank account for us so that wouldn't happen anymore.
That's,
Because it was like
smart.
2013 and I didn't know why we didn't have one.
So you were just carrying around like cash in a box?
Oh yeah, like an obscene amount of like money. Like everybody's dues was in a lockbox, and I got a little bit of pushback for wanting to make a bank account for some reason. I'm like, guys, if someone robs my house, we're out of money.
That's how the government gets you.
That was a lot of the argument.
That's just hilarious. So we're gonna
We had a
put
lot of
that as
libertarians.
So we'll put that as a sometimes, I guess? Or?
I'll put that as an off, and I'll do something at least once a day if I'm being honest. I do find it pretty quickly.
How often do you have trouble following through on instructions or failing to finish schoolwork, chores, or duties in the workplace? For example, if you start a task but quickly lose focus and are easily sidetracked.
Okay, well, I always finish everything, but I do get sidetracked, so sometimes I do forget. Like,
How often are you unable to play or engage in leisurely activities quietly? It's a weird and poorly worded question.
define quietly. Like, I can sit down and play video games without talking. That's not an issue.
So you're not unable to do that.
I guess rarely.
Rarely? You got it rarely.
I got rarely. I'm kind of low concern how often I'm saying sometimes and often.
How often do you have difficulty waiting your turn, such as while waiting in line?
I guess sometimes I can be impatient. I mean, waiting in line doesn't bother me. I do get a little antsy. I'm like, I kind of just want to be done with it, but I feel like everybody's like that.
I think so too. It's a weird question.
I guess rarely. It's pretty
We're
rarely.
going to switch to a rarely.
Okay, put it on sometimes. Whatever you have first.
It's fine. I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah. Is everything clicking, if I'm being honest?
I'm going back and it looks like it's clicking after I get done with it. So,
That one didn't click, did it?
so like I put it in there and then I'll click this one and then that one will come on.
Oh, okay.
Very weird. Psych Today Central is, kind of a weird website. How often do you feel like you are, quote, on the go, acting as if you're, quote, driven by a motor? For example, you're unable to be or uncomfortable being still for an extended period of time, such as in a restaurant or a meeting.
Often.
Often.
Yeah, that's why those standing desks, I really like them.
Yeah.
You'll see me go up and down like 20 times a day, if I'm being honest. Then I'll walk away from my desk, go do something. I drink a ton of water because of that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's good for you.
I'm also really thirsty all the time, and I don't know why. That might be a sign of something else. But
How often do you drink water during the day? Oh, that's not a question. How often do you leave your seat in situations
At least
where
10
remaining
cups.
seated is expected? For example, leaving your place in the office or workplace.
well, I don't know. Do y'all feel like I get up and talk to y'all a lot? Okay, so we'll put often for that one.
We'll just drop the often.
I'll just see you get up and walk away, and I'm like, where's he going?
My work's done.
What's he up to?
Where was the question about getting my work done? Because I do get it done. I want to be clear. My work does get done, and oftentimes a lot faster.
How often do you blurt out an answer before a question has been completed? For example, completing another person's
Like
sentence.
sentences?
Or can't wait your turn in a conversation.
I feel like sometimes I do just jump into random conversations.
Sometimes.
A lot. So I guess often.
Sometimes off.
I guess sometimes when I answer sometimes, I really mean often. I feel like I'm like putting down like and pumping it up for some reason. Whatever you got's probably fine.
How often do you feel restless? Like you want to go out and do something?
Often. I mean, who doesn't?
feel like?
Yeah, who doesn't want to be somewhere else?
How often do you fidget with or tap your hands or feet or squirm in your seat?
I guess often. I think that's part of the standing up thing. Like I can stand up, so I just don't fidget.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
How often do you find yourself talking excessively?
Yeah, we'll put often. I'll come by and talk to everybody. I'm aware. I feel like this thing's just asking me if I'm social. If I'm,
Yeah, really. I mean, some of this doesn't sound like that. Well, I mean, you are. Are you limiting it just to the office?
No, I was kind of thinking in general.
Fair enough.
I'm pretty social.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But I just don't want you to, spread your wings and fly with this.
Yeah,
stuff.
okay.
Don't feel like you have to limit yourself. Just
I just only have ADHD in the office.
yeah, maybe you do. Could be.
That'd be
We'll
kinda
have to
funny.
Check Psych Central to see what they say. How often do you interrupt or intrude on others, such as butting into their conversations,
Yeah, just put sometimes.
taking over what others are doing?
Okay, put often. I just realized what I did.
Were several of the symptoms present prior to the age 12? Yes or no?
I don't feel like it, but I don't remember what it was like to be 12. As someone who's been an adult for like quite a while.
Do the symptoms appear in at least 2 or more settings, for example, at home and school?
So I'm not in school. Should I just say work and call that a yes?
Yeah, that was just
It's
an
just
example.
okay. But yes, I guess. My fiance will tell you that I get distracted. How'd I do?
Your results. Adult
Did I
ED
pass?
quiz. You did. You passed.
Yeah.
Hey!
Attention deficit
I don't
disorder
have it.
likely.
Oh.
Your total score.
Wait, you said
Is
likely?
it likely? Yep.
That's not a pass.
You win. You got it. You got
Oh
all the
no.
questions.
Well, that's not good news.
Total score 47 out of 50.
That's really high.
Wow.
What's the normal?
0 to 20 unlikely, 20 to 39 possible, and
I
40
like
plus.
doubled the unlikely and it wouldn't be on.
You got a full,
It's a
almost a
likely.
full score.
It's a likely.
Oh.
But then there's an advertisement for treatment, so I feel like this
Okay, that might be a little biased.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm probably fine, right?
Well, moving on. No.
Hell, welcome to Punch the Clock, the only podcast that discloses medical information on the air. I'm your host, Marshall, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Justin.
Just writing stuff down and talking about buying shoes with advertising money. Here we go.
Ad money. And we're joined by Rylee today. Hi, Rylee. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good. Good. So we gotta ask you: Has our rating as coworkers improved or decreased?
Oh man, I don't remember what I
don't remember what you
last
gave
time.
us.
I think I gave you, Marshall, a pretty high score because you trained me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Justin, I think I only gave you like a midway because I didn't know you that well at the time.
And how do you feel like we know each other at this point?
It's almost like you're a completely different person.
Yeah, I don't recognize you at all. I can't tell if it's the beard. You've like grown a couple inches, maybe. But I'm gonna say
Something's different about you today,
yeah.
bud.
Can't quite place it. What is the score out of
7?
7? I'll give you a 4 out of 7.
If that's an upgrade, you're welcome. To whoever.
To yourself, I guess.
Any of them myself that might be listening.
Hey, improvement is improvement.
That's that's all. That's
all that matters.
Hey, self-identity is like fluid or something?
Sure.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
It's a podcast. You just make up your own definition.
You just say whatever.
No one's listening to us. Who cares?
Exactly, right? You know.
Yeah, well, we're glad to have you back, Rylee.
We'll
Glad to be back.
We'll let the listeners decide. Oh, man. But yeah, anyway, welcome back. I thought we'd kick it off with some listener questions. We did get some follow-up emails
Oh gosh.
from our question last week. Justin, you definitely remember this from last week.
Like an old
Can you give
follow-up,
us a summary of it from last time?
You know what? Let's just get into the question. I wouldn't want to go over on the summary. I would rather kind of be focused. You know?
All right, last time Aaron was here, we had a question about how to get out of a work party that you're required to be there after hours when you're not getting paid. Because no one wants to be at these things. So here's the follow-up to that, because I essentially just told them to quit their job. Everybody else gave like really good advice, and I just said, just quit. Just leave.
Yeah.
Just bounce.
Score shirt.
Peace
Yeah, just leave.
See you later.
So here's the update. Hey, boys. Just an update on the party question I asked y'all last week. The party is supposed to be a thank you pizza party. We weren't given that information.
That changes a lot.
Yeah, that really does change a lot. Thank you pizza party, where they give you pizza for working overtime instead of paying you more or giving you better benefits. Anyway, I decided to take Marshall's advice and just quit instead of going to this party. The look on my manager's face was priceless. I found a new job making $10K more a year and has better benefits. Thanks, party pooper.
That can't be real.
That's what they said.
Oh my god.
Listener, I'd like to say you're welcome. And to Aaron, I'd like to say I told you so. Got her.
You really showed her.
I showed Aaron specifically. This was all about Aaron.
Today's work comment, I feel like that's just,
I feel like that's kind of... You hear a lot of stories about that now.
Sure.
Like, I quit and I found a better job like in a week.
Yeah.
Hey, listeners, now's the time. Get out there. Update your resume.
Quit your job.
Pay someone. Quit your job. Live off of government assistance. Move out into a cabin in the woods. Hunt yourself a bear. Skin that bear.
Yes.
Wear the bear's coat. Run around naked except for the bear's coat. Sacrifice a small animal to Satan. And have yourself a holly jolly Christmas.
Exactly.
I don't know where I was going with that.
You really got it.
You really told a story
That's
there.
right. I got a much clearer
A
picture.
visual image.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and get yourself a new job. Get at it.
Get a new job somewhere in there.
Get a job in there. Your new job is serving in your Dark Lord. Congratulations.
Or
Heck yeah.
Really alienating the Christian crowd on this podcast every week. Or you could skin some bear coats. I don't think there was a question to this one.
Bearskin rug sales.
Is that still a thing?
Probably.
Are we still hunting bears for their skin?
It sounds like there's a little bit of a lull in the market that people need to go fix.
I know people eat bear for some reason,
I would think people would eat whatever is available to them.
which is
I would
weird.
have to imagine that getting the bear and taking care of it is the hard part. That's
Yeah, once you kill the bear.
The old, like, hey, you quit your job. Okay, people do that all the time. Move out to a cabin in the woods. Sure.
Yeah.
Go through your little Thoreau phase and get yourself your head right and all that stuff. When it was kill a bear, it's like, well,
Get rid of the bear.
that's not the first thing that I would probably be doing. Maybe work your way up.
Hey, That's why you're never going to get a better job. Huh? You got to aim high. Aim high. Well, you starting with a squirrel. I'm going for bears first.
Go bigger.
And I'm going polar bear. Go for the angriest one.
No, not the polar
Or is
bear.
that grizzly?
Polar bears are pretty aggressive.
I feel like polar bears hunt humans, don't they? Haven't I heard that?
They are also the tallest bear.
Yeah.
They're the tallest bear. They're also very white. And they're dying, aren't they?
Yeah, so they're even more angry.
Okay, so they're in
They're
danger.
pretty happy about it. I would say.
All right, finish the job, listener. Finish the job.
We're almost done with this polar bear genocide. What are
I
we trying
don't
to get people to do?
I don't know. Was there a question on this
I
one?
think we're endorsing polar bear extinction.
Yeah, there wasn't really
Oh, okay,
a question
cool.
as much as there was a follow-up. to-
Oh, it was a follow up. All right, I don't know how we got to polar bear, killing polar bears. I'm gonna stand by it, and that's why I drive a horribly fuel efficient car. I hate the environment, and for the longest time here, I made sure I got paper statements just to kill as many trees as possible.
Okay, gotcha.
That's not a joke. You can ask payroll. I actually did do that.
There's nothing less convenient than going and finding an ATM with a paper check. In my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, most of it was just because I like talking to payroll.
Oh, there you go.
And then made them force them to come over and hand me the paper statement
Just
every
say, hey,
2 weeks.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
When you gonna switch to paperless? I'm like, I'm not.
It's not going to happen. I think didn't they force? Wasn't that like
They eventually did force everybody,
I think everybody.
and
has
I
to.
was so upset. You have no idea. And the funny thing is, I kept these stack of papers like in my desk and forgot about them. So I had like a good stack when we moved, and then I got that message from Scott asking me if he could shred them. I'm like, yeah, you probably should. I've left those there for a year and a half.
Go ahead and just.
Those have some personal information on them.
Yeah.
Just you. You've been really revealing this podcast.
Uncensored social security numbers and stuff.
This is Marshall's out in the open episode.
Yeah, just lay it out.
Just
Being
let me-
really like raw and vulnerable.
Marshall Raw or
Marshall unplugged.
That's-
Raw? Yeah,
Unplugged?
Marshall Unplugged. That's
Marshall
good.
Unplugged? Behind Marshall? That sounds wrong. I don't know. We got to workshop that title.
Gotcha.
Y'all got so many suggestions.
Yeah. Listeners, you just
Inside the mind of Marshall.
with the social media page that I have created is and is out there.
Yeah, the Punch the Clock Facebook page.
Punch the Clock podcast.
We have a Twitter that I don't update.
Oh, nice.
I had to make one to get the bracket fights.
Oh, okay.
The only way you could log in was through Twitter for some reason, which seems a horrible way to do a
So they're
website.
definitely stealing your information.
More than likely.
Absolutely.
I mean, TikTok is admitted to steal my information, but I trust the Chinese with it.
What are they gonna do?
I'm honestly,
What could they possibly do with it?
why would you steal information from me? What are you gonna learn?
My
shopping habits?
At this point, I feel like I'm just banking on the fact that so much information is out there that mine won't exactly stick out.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. Not exactly a real secure, fuzzy feeling with that kind of stuff, but
I mean,
cross
it could be
my
worse.
fingers. It could be worse.
Could be worse. I feel like I've had my identity stolen multiple times and nothing ever came of it. Except for one time my credit score went up.
Okay. They paid
And
some
I was kind of actually thankful for that.
This guy needs to get his act together.
They saw it and they were like,
They
"Ooh, let
consolidated a
me
couple of things for
let me help him out."
They got a credit card and they paid it off on time. I'm like, yeah, all right, fair. Thanks, dude.
It's like,
What a delightful scammer. It's like the Robin Hood of scammers. All right, let me get to the actual listener question. We've been on tangent. Hey, Marshall and Justin. Love the show. I think Justin is onto something with big and small pharma. See, someone supports you,
I
Justin.
knew that they would be on my side with that.
Yeah. You have been saying this for weeks.
That's exactly right.
Speaking of theories, can you help me with this one? Fruit flies. I think fruit flies are seeds that morph into flies when the fruit is rotting. Otherwise, where do they come from? Do they mean eggs?
I think they might be eggs.
I think they mean eggs,
because
not
if it
seeds.
was the seeds, that would imply that they're just growing.
Seeds
in
are
the
a
fruit.
plant, right?
Yeah.
At least I hope they mean eggs.
Unless he's saying, or they, whoever wrote this, is saying that seeds. Wait, what? Read that again?
Yeah, okay. Fruit flies. I think fruit flies are seeds that morph into flies when the fruit is rotting. Otherwise, where do they come from?
I think it's.
I think they mean seeds. Yeah.
Okay, that's a little weird. I mean, they kind of come out of nowhere when sprouting fruit is around. Do you guys think my theory is right? Truly yours, fruit lover in Oregon.
coast to coast.
I think you meant eggs, listener.
I really think they meant seeds.
I think that's the idea that they did mean seeds. I think the fruit fly is.
I think it comes from eggs, though.
I think they actually come from eggs.
Well, yeah.
So by default, no, you're not right, listener.
Scientifically, you are not right.
Now,
listener question.
Yeah, we're not playing in this space. Now, let's just say for a second they thought they meant eggs instead of seeds. Do you think like fruit flies just lay their eggs on random fruit all over the place?
Yeah.
And that's why they spring up?
Where else would they go? I don't think they.
Yeah, because they're fruit flies, so.
So they'd be around fruit, obviously.
Rotten
So in
fruit.
nature, when fruit fall on ground, because
When fruit
fruit fall on ground. I don't know why I'm having such trouble speaking. You know gravity when fruit fall to ground.
Yeah.
Isaac Newton had fruit fall to head. When I know,
Not
right?
use much word when
One word do trick, guys. Fruit fall ground. Fruit fly near?
I would, I think.
Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Fruit flies, I can't imagine, they don't seem to have a lot of distance on the flight, so I think they're just probably
Right.
putting their eggs wherever they can.
So it's probably out in the field. The eggs get laid in the field.
And they need something to feed the larva? Is there
Larva.
fruit fly larva? I mean,
Do they
there's,
eat fruit?
Fly larva.
Do fruit flies eat fruit?
Sure.
Right, okay, but only
Yeah.
rotten fruit.
They don't grow it.
Yeah.
I mean, well, fruit
Okay.
fly farming and cultivation. I don't know. Maybe it's like one of those symbiotic things where they help grow it.
Okay, so they lay the eggs on the fruit, and they just hope that the fruit goes rotten, so their babies don't die. And then once it rots, the flies spring up.
Or do we only notice them when it's rotting, but they're there all the time?
So what I'm feeling, what we should be saying is it's important to wash your fruit.
Yes, that would
So
be,
wash your fruit.
Maybe
and
that's why you're
Yes.
supposed to wash your fruit.
if you wash your fruit,
Pesticides and fruit flies, right?
yeah, if you wash your fruit, I would be interested to see this. If you wash the fruit and then let it rot, do you still get the fruit flies? That's what I want to know.
I mean, they're still probably attracted to the smell of the rotted fruit.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Okay, so if the listener meant eggs, then yes, I agree with you. If you meant seeds, no, I don't agree with you. It's a very specific word junction. I think it's the most scientific we've been on this show, Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah!
I'm just keeping up. And doing a great job, if I say so
Right.
myself.
So I'm going to give you all a choice. I have a new segment we could try, or we can do some insane quoras. Which one y'all want to do first?
What was the second thing?
Insane quora questions.
Same question. What's the first thing?
A new segment.
Oh.
So I'll let y'all choose which one happens first.
What do you think, Justin?
Obviously as co-host, I know exactly what's about to come here, so I'm going to leave it up to you, Rylee.
Oh, no. Oh, new segment. Why not?
Want a new segment? All right, this is a segment I call Fake News.
Ooh.
And this is going to be a game show for the two of you.
Okay.
I'm going to read y'all, it's going to work like two truths and a lie. I'm going to read y'all two news articles that are real, and I'm going to give you a fake one.
Like the headlines?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want y'all to decipher
Oh, man.
which one is. So if you could make a column for yourself, Justin, and
Oh, he's
Rylee.
already on it.
Oh, he's already on?
He's the note guy.
He's a no guy. Okay. All right, let's do the first three. It's either going to be Maryland homeowners burned down home fending off snakes. Deputies snared local man who stopped by a jail to see if he was wanted.
Okay.
He was. Or local dog saves boy from a well.
Two truths and a lie.
So it's either going to be, again, burning down the house because of snakes. So sick of these
Keyword
houses.
being Maryland.
Yes,
In Maryland.
Maryland's very important in this.
In Maryland. Deputies arrest the guy who stopped by jail to see if he was wanted. Or a real life lassie.
I feel like the Lassie one is fake.
You think the lassie one's fake?
I agree with that, but for the sake of being different, I'll say the wanted guy walking up and getting arrested.
It was actually Lassie. Lassie was the fake story.
Yeah!
I like how both y'all are like, yeah, I'd burn down my house for snakes.
No,
Absolutely.
we knew that was
Yeah. In Maryland?
Okay. Here's the next one. Bomb squad called to hospital after man gets WW2 Mortar stuck in his rectum. Bomb squad call after hospital. After man gets WW2 mortar stuck in his rectum. Counter. What does it say? Counter conference. ... Anti-cancel culture event canceled.
Hilarious.
Okay.
That's a great headline, whether it's real or
Yeah.
I know, right? Oh, I forgot to write down.
You don't know which one's real and fake.
I'm trying to remember which one were fake and which ones were real.
No.
Local man finds gold.
Just finds gold.
Just finds gold.
Okay. Read the second one more time.
Counter conference. : Anti-cancel culture event canceled. Local man finds gold. Or bomb squad called to hospital after man with WW2 mortar stuck in his rectum.
I mean, people have found gold, so I'm gonna go with counter conference counter culture.
Yeah.
Anti-cancel culture event canceled.
Perfect. Yeah.
For the sake of being different, I will go with man finds gold.
All right, Rylee was correct.
Yeah!
Man finds gold was
It's too vague.
That's not vague. I think I'm gonna Google a man finds gold.
I mean, I'm sure a man did find gold.
Some
All
guy
right.
out there found some gold.
Here's the last one because I wanted to test drive this. I didn't want to. I'll put more work into it next time. U.S. rejects calls for regulating or banning killer robots. United States government rejects calls for regulating or banning killer robots. First complaint filed under Tennessee's anti-critical race theory law was over a book teaching about Martin Luther King Jr.
Ooh.
Passenger claims. I know.
Heavy.
Passenger claims woman breastfed a cat on board a flight.
Oh my!
I think the robots one is fake.
You think the robot one's fake?
I think
Breastfeeding a cat, robots, Martin Luther King booking banned.
I'm gonna go. I gotta go. Tennessee's just. I'm gonna go with the cat thing.
You going with the cat thing?
Killer robots, I know, is actually real, unfortunately. So.
Alright, this was a trick. All three of them were real.
Oh no!
Oh, wow. That's wild.
What did y'all think? You think that's a winner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to put more work into that next time.
Two truths and a lie is always a good one.
And that's been fake news with Marshall
And Justin.
and Justin. Yeah.
Sound effect coming in post.
Oh God. Stop giving me more work, Justin. Justin, you're
I'm
always
gonna
giving me
make
more work.
promises.
All right. So here's the next part. Let's get to some insane quarrels real quick.
Classic.
Here's the first one.
A classic segment. Marshall
Classic.
Justin.
I do love this segment. Absolutely disgusted with the service I received from my service advisor, Tracy. I came in for an oil change, and without saying a word, she kicked my 2-year-old across the room. Horrible service? ?
Oh, wow.
They put this in Quora.
So that they can put the Quora,
So I think what happened with this one is someone meant to put this as a review of someplace and accidentally uploaded the Quora.
It's a classic
that
typo.
is.
Classic blunder. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
The important thing is that it's out there. It doesn't matter really where it goes.
Yeah.
She put this on Facebook. She put this on.
She shared it to everything.
Twitter.
To not list the business, but just said Tracy
MySpace.
kicked my 2-year-old.
The one place she didn't put it, the review section of the business.
Yeah.
That's my guess. That's my guess as far as this goes.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine, though, you're a parent, right? You're a parent.
I am a
Justin, famously, you're a parent.
Yes.
Can you imagine you are inside the building? Let's say you're at Jiffy Lube. I'm going to assume this is Jiffy Lube. I don't know why, but this gives off
Giving Jiffy
Lube
Lube
vibes for some reason. You go to Jiffy Lube. You got a 2-year-old. You walk into the Jiffy Lube. Open the door. You've parked your minivan outside.
Uh-huh.
You get in the keys of that guy. You're going to go fill out some stuff. You brought your 2-year-old inside.
Yep.
You go up to service counter and you ask, "Hey, I'd like to get the Jiffy Lube signature service, please."
Mm-hmm.
Tracy steps out
Yep.
from behind the counter, looks at you disgusted, doesn't say a single word, walks over to your 2-year-old who's behind you,
Right.
mind his own business. Maybe he's playing with a fire truck you just gave him. and then just kicks that kid across the room.
Kicks him across the room. I mean,
What would you do in this situation, bud?
Me personally, I would be flabbergasted. Probably console my kid, and then, tempers being what they are, I'd probably go out. They're dragging me out of there swinging. I think. I don't have the patience for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you see, I like how you consoled the kid first. I think my first reaction would be to start swinging.
Yeah.
Kick my kid, I'm about to kick you, Tracy.
Right.
I'll kick you right back.
Right. There'd be a lot of swearing and confusion for sure. And then,
Do you think you would react instantly, or would it take you a few seconds to process that your kid just got drop kicked across the room?
I mean, something like that. Yeah, I would have to imagine it would be kind of a wait, what just happened kind of scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just kick my kid
across the room? Yeah, that's So I do think it would be because it's so shocking, right? It's not
Right.
like
People don't
somebody
normally get kicked across the room.
Right.
They're 2-year-old.
shouting at a 2-year-old or something like that, which is not cool at all. But you feel like maybe the 2-year-old's doing something. The person has a bad day. Maybe they shout. That's more of an instant reaction scenario. Mm-hmm. That is something that you could kind of see happening. But the old Puntaruski, that would be. I don't know how. Yeah.
Now, would your answer change if I told you your kid's having a temper tantrum?
No.
Okay. Well, that's just good parenting.
I just want to say that on this podcast
we don't condone child violence.
Exactly, of any kind.
Of any kind.
How much they're yelling and whining.
Violence against children.
Right.
Right.
Child violence,
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I think everybody got the idea. I'm talking about little child fights. You bet on children fighting.
Ooh.
We do condone that.
That could be fun.
Child betting rings.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Here's the next question, guys. Should I name my child Vegeta?
No.
I mean, part of me wants to say yes. It's kind of funny.
Vegeta.
That's Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Was that
He's the bad guy.
Kakarot's brother?
Kind of like his adversary.
Yeah, I can't remember if Vegeta was
There
the
you
firstborn.
go. Should I name my child Vegeta?
Because you gotta, if Vegeta was the younger brother, then you gotta, if you already have the kid named for one, might as well do the other. But
I mean,
Vegeta may have been an older
Vegeta and then Sarah.
Yeah.
Those are the siblings.
My name's Vegeta. This is my brother Mitch.
only if he's got a brother named Goku already.
Goku.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't remember which one was older in the show. I think it might have been Vegeta.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
You are setting up that kid to be in the other child's shadow for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Settles down and has a family, though.
He settles down and has a family. Kind of just mellows out.
Right. Still kind of a
Jerk,
card,
but whatever. You're whatever, I guess I'm a good guy now.
Yeah. As good as one can be.
I guess. Alright, here's another one. An employee asked me for a raise, but I did not give it to him, so he resigned. I really need him back for a project now. How can I get him back?
Pay him more.
I feel like that should be pretty obvious.
First, you find the cabin in the woods where that employee is going.
Find that
Help
account.
them get the bear that they're after.
Yes.
To kind of keep the thing moving for them.
Mm-hmm.
Their process, as we outlined earlier in the show, and then you give them a little bit of a raise and get them on the project. Right?
Yeah. Here's the
I think so.
stuff.
Here's the thing you're forgetting. While you're hunting this bear, you got to make sure that this bear mortally wounds him. You're gonna have to nurse him back to health.
Oh,
True.
okay.
Now he owns you a Wookiee life debt, and
He'll
he's
come
gonna have
back
to work
without
on
the
it.
pay
That's
raise at that point.
100%.
100%. Because I'm assuming we're not paying this guy more.
It didn't
That is off the table completely.
It's off the table for some reason.
The project is a desperate need for the company, but the payroll budget was not.
It's just not there
Yeah, it's just not.
Nah, it will cut into whatever fund
for the project.
for the product. Alright, my 16-year-old daughter says she just wants to be alone, and she keeps saying she wishes she had a door. What should I do? I am not giving her a door.
What did she do to warrant taking the door away?
Yeah, I don't
gosh.
understand why you would take a door away from a child in the first place.
That is such a funny place to come from. She wants a door.
The middle of the
How did it
street.
happen? We're coming in media res, as they say.
I'm kind of wondering,
There's a
what
backstory here that we're missing.
Yeah.
what are you afraid of happening? I feel like you hear about this overly protective
Did
almost.
she say how old the daughter was?
16.
Oh, wow.
Give your
That's the
daughter.
age you lose the door. Typically.
All right, so
you outgrow your door.
you outgrow a door.
15, and now she wants the door back. I don't know. It's kind of like a childhood thing. You know,
Comfort.
Yeah, it's a comfort. I get it, but she needs to grow up a little bit.
It kind of feels like this child never had a door. We can't afford a door in this household.
Yeah, she said she's not giving the door back. She just said she's not giving her a door.
Yeah, that's right.
I
All
think
right.
so.
I feel like this is one of those times where you need to compromise with your daughter and just hang up some beads.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice bead door.
Yeah.
It's no privacy, which I think is what you're going for some weird reason,
Right.
and somewhat privacy too. And it
Some
looks
semblance.
really cool.
It's got a little groovy aspect to it. Which
Bring
is
bead bed doors back. Y'all missed bead doors.
Yes,
I kind
they're
of miss
so
them.
cool. I
Yeah.
love them.
I'm gonna go hang up some bead doors in my house. I'm
okay.
gonna have to buy a house first, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, step by step. Put one in the cabin, obviously.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably
Every doorway in the cabin.
Yes.
Every doorway in the cabin. You're gonna have to stay with some real firewood during the winter, but you'll be all right.
Yes.
How do I stop my 12-year-old daughter from crying herself to sleep? I have punished her for it, but she still does it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I can answer this one. Just heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty heartbreaking.
sad.
Try taking away her pillow.
Have you tried taking away the door? You know?
Take away water from her. That way she has no fluids to cry with.
Take away her whole bed.
Take away the whole bed. Just don't let her sleep. Clearly, that's horrible. Take her to a psychiatrist.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, maybe get her some therapy.
Just get on it now because she's gonna need it later.
She's gonna need it. I feel like every single question I ever had related to parenting on this app, the people are gonna need therapy in the future.
That's just a blanket statement.
Yes.
Now, here's the bad thing. I sift through a lot of worse things.
Oh, I can't.
Like, these are, like, the quote-unquote good insane Quora questions. All right. Once flat earthers prove the earth is flat, should we give Neil deGrasse Tyson the firing squad, the electric chair, or a lethal injection?
Push him over the edge.
Yeah.
You wimps. If you're gonna do
That'd
it,
be like really like poetic justice.
Push him over the edge of a cliff.
Yeah.
The edge of the
To the
world.
whole world. You know?
I think that's the
Figure
correct
it out.
answer. Once we figure out that it's flat, we push him off the edge of it.
You gotta do it. How could you not? You got the answer. That person clearly isn't a true flat earther, or else they would have known that.
They would have
Yeah.
thought about that already.
We're going to have to push them off the edge, too. Hey, on this podcast, we support flat earth theory.
You dabble.
Hey, on a more serious note, if you believe in flat earth theory, here on this podcast, we don't respect you when you think you're an idiot.
Get therapy.
Get therapy.
How did you download it? Because the satellites that bounce from cell phones
Yeah, how are you getting this?
orbit around the Earth. So if you downloaded this, checkmate. You're not a flat earther.
Justin coming in with the science.
Yeah, Justin coming in hot today. This is new energy for you, Justin.
I didn't know we were talking about
All right.
flat Earth theory.
This is the last one. We got to get off the flat earth theory.
But we're getting back on.
We'll circle back.
Yeah.
We'll circle back. Okay. My wife
Nice.
likes to eat cold pasta, and it makes me worry about her. How do I get her to stop? It's kind of a weird thing to want to eat is cold pasta.
Maybe like leftover pasta?
I'm assuming it's leftover, like been in the fridge,
Yeah.
but you don't bother to microwave it. Pasta.
We've reached a fork in the road decision tree thing here. Are we talking about cold pasta like it has been cooked and then they eat it cold, or cold pasta like I put a box of spaghetti in the fridge,
I'm
take it out crunchy snacks?
Ooh.
Because I got two very different answers.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
Okay, let's play in the headspace of both. First one is I put it in the fridge and
Just
now
crunchy
it's cold.
pasta.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm okay with leftover pasta cold.
yeah, whatever. I guess it's okay. I mean, I would put it in the microwave for 10 seconds, but
It's already, it's not like the.
why would you worry about that though?
Do you take money, since you saved all that money on not having to buy a door for your daughter's room, you buy the microwave instead, and then you can warm your pasta?
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm coming at this with the assumption that all of these questions are written by the same person.
Same person.
Same family.
Yes.
Terrible parent.
A bunch of terrible parent flat earthers who don't
Hey, it's
understand.
a single father doing the best he can.
Hey, he's trying.
He's out there trying. It's the 1980s.
He needs to be consoling his 12-year-old.
He doesn't have a job and he lives in a cabin. What do you expect?
Okay, so I'm not worried about that. Now, uncooked pasta,
Yeah, that's-
cold pasta.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I've done that.
I've done like a...
I like the crunchiness of it.
I don't think I've ever eaten more than one piece, but I've definitely
tasted like a piece.
Yeah, you take a piece, you chomp on it a little bit. You're like, this would be better, not hard.
Right.
Cooked.
Whoever figured out this whole boiling water, adding pasta.
Genius.
Well, first they had to make the dry pasta, and they're like, now let's boil it.
And what would we do if we boiled it?
I wonder.
That makes you feel like
that, like the fresh dough, like cook the pasta for like a minute and a half.
Yeah,
Have it come first, right?
it's like all 2 minutes. Yeah.
The dried, Barilla or whatever.
Oh yeah. 1 sec. Like it takes 2 minutes, much nicer. Tastes better. I don't know. The dried. I guess we figured out how to dry food and figured we could dry pasta.
Might as well. Got to get it to somebody.
I don't know. You gotta get the pasta out. There you go.
Yep. Not everybody has the time to make their own pasta dough. Cut it into little strips.
True.
So.
Well, the only real answer is you should divorce her. This is not going to be fixed.
This is a red flag.
Yeah, that would
Big
be
red flag.
refrigerated boxes of
Just
uncooked
pasta.
pasta.
It's all
What's in the
all
fridge?
she
And
eats.
it's just stacks.
Right, yeah. I gotta refrigerate some leftovers. Like, well, I don't really want to thaw out this uncooked pasta box.
Look, when
that I have in here. I don't
When
know
you're
what
living
this
in the
is.
cabin hunting bears with your teenage daughters who you refuse to buy doors for,
Right.
the only meal that's going to satisfy you is some cold pasta.
I think that's probably why the 12-year-old's upset, is that it's very drafty in the house because
No doors, cold.
no nutrition.
Pasta doesn't stay warm, my dude. What can we say?
That's, if only there was a way.
Only if there was
a way.
An infinite pasta. Infinite pasta heat.
So,
That was all the insane horrors I had for this week, and for once they weren't all parenting heavy, and I'm kind of glad for that. Those ones get really depressing.
great. Back to Flat Earth. Come fight us. Flat Earther, I don't know. We don't respect that. You're cowards and we don't respect you. Look at that.
I mean, have you never seen a hill?
It's like,
If you ever seen a mountain,
A hill. There's not flat now, is it, bud? There's a hill. You should be calling it semi-flat Earth theory.
got him. I think I read somewhere that the geometry for like half of the stuff that is in space, because I think the consent is that there's still stuff in space, right?
Yes.
We don't dispute
Right.
space travel.
Somehow they don't dispute space travel, but the conceit being that there is stuff in space, it's like a million times harder to, if you had like a coin, to get something to rotate around it and do exactly what the satellites do when they're just kind of rotating around an actual sphere like the Earth is. So I do not get it. I think most of it has to be trolling.
I think it starts with, and I feel like some people sincerely believe it
there are
because
some
they didn't make
genuine
it past high
believers
school.
out there.
Gosh,
It's
It's kind of sad.
very scary.
It must be like something like, hey, maybe you lost some control in your life and you're trying to regain some control by figuring something out that no one else has.
right.
And therefore it's like,
Start
oh,
small.
look at these other sheep. They don't know it. I'm the only one. And then you feel like you're in control.
That could be fair, right?
I don't think they were hugged enough as children.
Like, I'm here for a good time, not an educated one. So let's just move on to today's debate me coward. Hold on, we're waiting for that. We're waiting for the sound effect to play. Not yet.
To do a sponsor.
Yeah, let's hold on, I gotta get the sound effect in there.
I got a cold, so if I sound different on the ad read, then that's why.
That's why. Oh, wait. Okay, the sound went off. I finally put it in there. And let's get to the ads.
Wait, hold on. Marshall is going to put another sound effect in right now. It's going to be something never heard before in the podcast.
Yep,
So,
that's
it's
Future
gonna be,
Marvel's problem.
Revolutionary. I knew that you had planned on doing that. And then, you know what? Just for the sake of it, 2 revolutionary new sound effects coming at you. 3, 2, 1. That was great.
That was perfect. All right.
man.
Now we should get on to today's debate, me coward. Right after these ads. And we're back. That's going to be really confusing for whoever's listening to this. All right, so today's debate me coward topic was, how would you win the war on Christmas? And as always, we allow our guests to go first. So, Rylee, how would you win the war on Christmas?
Okay.
First question is, what side are you on?
Oh God. Well, in the way I'm thinking about this is that the three of us are like world leaders, so that's how we would make any of these decisions going forward.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Some sort of like emperor of the world type of thing. Me, I think the only way is just to abolish all the holidays in the wintertime. We're getting rid of Christmas, we're getting rid of Hanukkah, and we're getting rid of Kwanzaa.
Oh, wow.
Just getting rid of all of them.
Making everybody mad.
Yeah. It's like if they can't like be chill, then no one can have a holiday.
Fair enough.
One bad egg ruin it for the world.
Okay, so your idea to win the war on Christmas is to cease the existence of Christmas.
Nuke from space.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're anti-Christmas in this space.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I can see that plan working. Assuming we're a world leader.
Yeah.
If it doesn't exist, you have nothing to be mad about.
Now, has it ever existed, or you are ending it at a, as soon as
Ending
you're
it.
Gotcha.
Just ending it. Okay.
I can't imagine there would be any problem.
No.
No.
I don't think there will be any blowback.
On the plus side, though, we can still celebrate Bodhi Day, and I would like to thank our Buddhist listeners and say Happy Bodhi Day. Sorry I'm late for it.
Is that in wintertime?
Yeah, that's during December.
Abolished.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all of them. Those are just the big
No.
three
Yeah.
that everyone knows about.
I'm sorry, Buddhists.
Right.
No holidays, just
Yeah.
winter.
Apologies to the Buddhists out there.
Apologies to the Buddhist delegation. I just
Well, they got lumped in with the rest of them.
Yeah,
so it's
well.
very egalitarian.
they're just happy to be
They're happy to be included, yeah.
They're chill with it, probably.
Yeah.
They seem to be pretty chill with everything.
Hopefully.
Let it go and everything. Get rid of that possession.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, Justin, would you like to present yours?
My way to win any war is essentially Trojan horse. So whatever you would consider a Trojan horse, surprise, more Christmas. I don't know. Is it like a Trojan
You
horse?
got to define what side are you on this war of
True.
Christmas?
I think I have to be on the side of Christmas now. I could have gone either way, but since there's
A hard anti.
yeah, sure, we'll go with Christmas. So I think the answer, of course, is Trojan horse full of Santas, and everybody just pops out, and Jesus, of
course.
And I guess now I'm including menorahs and Bodhi Day and
Kwanzaa.
There is the name of the candle holder that I am forgetting now.
Menorah?
Marshall's just going to edit in post. He's going to drop in right. He's going to look it up right now. Side effect. He's going to put in.
A menorah?
No,
that's for
Oh, for Kwanzaa.
Yeah,
Yes.
for Kwanzaa.
Okay, I'll put that in there.
Yep. So it was called.
Kwanzaa Kanara.
Yeah, that's the one. And then so we'll just put that in the Trojan horse, and then surprise, like everyone's gonna hey, this war on Christmas, I can't figure it out, and it's gonna be an overload of all December
Festivities.
holidays, and then everybody's gonna realize, unlike the actual Trojan horse, where it was just raining down destruction and surprise, the Greeks are gonna slaughter everybody in the city. This is gonna be everybody's gonna realize, man, it's so cool to have this big old horse full of celebrations, and
You get a Christmas every month.
yeah, and then everybody just kind of joins hands and
Christmas in August.
picks their lane, and then it's the rising tide lifts all boats. So Trojan horse into the city again, not wanton slaughter like the actual Trojan horse. This one full of celebrations, joy, and everybody's very happy afterwards. So that's how.
Okay. Now here's the part where I tell you all my plan. First off, I gotta stop this war on Christmas.
Okay.
And the first thing you gotta realize is the war on Christmas will not end until Christmas stops its illegal occupation of the month of November.
Oh,
True.
Okay.
So therefore, we have to fight Christmas on its own ground and on its own territory. First steps first. Who's in charge of Christmas? Think, guys.
Santa or Jesus?
At this point, Amazon.
It's Santa
At
Claus.
this point, Jeff Bezos.
Santa Claus teams up with Jeffrey Bezos every year. We all know this.
True.
So it's a two-pronged attack. First off, I gotta unionize Amazon.
Oh.
Bankrupt Jeffrey Bezos
Okay.
and give workers their rights.
Okay.
So many ways for this podcast to have been canceled up until this point, and somehow saying that Amazon needs to unionize is the thing that's going to keep up.
Give me a pull. Jeffrey Bezos has deep pockets.
Anchor FM is going to be like, sorry, man.
Now,
It's too far.
I'm going to have to convince everybody that Santa Claus and Jeffrey Bezos are against Christmas and anti-American. It's okay.
Yeah, that's where you go.
People will figure it out and just say that it's anti-Christian somehow. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. I'll iron it out. They'll believe
Yeah,
me.
the details.
I'll iron this out. Don't worry. And I gotta get the public on my side. Once I get the public on my side, I elected myself president.
Okay.
I run on a campaign of getting rid of Santa Claus and Jeffrey Bezos for some reason. First things first, I give Jeffrey Bezos more money. We get him inside a rocket ship. We launch him into space. There's a malfunction. Oh no, who could see this happen? The country mourns their beloved Jeffrey Bezos and Amazon. Amazon's destroyed. Probably replaced by Walmart, but we can handle Walmart later.
Yeah.
Now here's the real problem. Santa Claus. This man is magical. Public enemy number one. We've already convinced the public to hate him. They're on our side. Now we have to go and attack the North Pole. First things first. You might be asking yourself, how are we getting around the elves? That's simple. We introduce a parasitic elf structure into the elf culture. We're going and getting the Keebler elves and throwing them in there. This is going to create infighting. Civil war in the North Pole. While they're busy with the North Pole, Santa Claus is left defenseless. That's when we get them. And milk and cookies.
Not around?
Oh, I forgot about Mrs. Claus.
She's gonna defend her
Oh
man.
no! All right, Mrs. Claus. We
Someone needs to
convinced.
seduce her.
In the meantime, I'm. Mrs. Claus.
Jeff Bezos is off the table, so I don't know who else could be.
Oh, I know exactly who's going to seduce Mrs. Claus. It's me. I'm the perfect man. As the perfect man, perfect specimen, I seduce Mrs. Claus. I get the inside
Naturally.
secrets about Santa Claus. I learn his weaknesses, his everything. Then I tell
I
him,
know who's gonna seduce Claus. It's me.
I'm perfect. It's okay. My fiance is cool with it.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
She understands it's for the mission.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the question again? So I guess you're anti-Christmas.
Yeah, we're anti-Christmas.
Okay.
I'm ending Christmas. Then, with the inside information I get from Mrs. Claus, I use this information to make Santa Claus diabetic. Once he's diabetic, we change out his insulin supply. Ex facto, we end the big man's life. Christmas is ended, and I won the war on Christmas. I go back home, I celebrate with the people. I'm re-elected as second term for president, and then I do something that's more worthwhile of presidential time. Maybe I'll figure out world hunger or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
But the first step is to win the war on Christmas. Any questions?
I'm gonna have a few. I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Old boy's been just drinking full-fat milk and eating cookies for like 150 years.
And he's not already
Yeah, I don't know
diabetic.
if you're gonna be able to give him diabetes. I think he's got something going on up there.
See, that's the trick. It's not really diabetes. It was poison. I have poisoned Santa Claus.
You gave him just arsenic.
The twist, the plot twist comes in.
Every single milk and cookie he tries to eat on Christmas has been poisoned by the children. Because as I learned from Mrs. Claus, arsenic is Santa Claus's weakness.
Gotcha. Oh, that's at night because you seduced. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not worried about the reindeer because reindeer are animals. What are they going to do? You're just going to be like, oh, Santa's dead.
Well, I feel like he exploited them. He just made them fly over the whole world all night with no breaks. They'll be happy to see him go on.
And afterwards, the Keebler elves are going to harmonize with the workshop elves and unionize.
Heck yeah, good for them.
There's a lot of unionization in this plan.
What are they gonna? What's the new company look like after that? Is it more
Walmart?
cookies or is it
Keebler workshop.
cable worships? So they
They're rolled in.
yeah.
There's no Santa Claus. Why would you be making toys?
You better hope people like Keebler cookies.
How can you not?
Maybe they got a good market share already, and they're not really worried about unionization. Yeah, that's the question. How do you get the Keebler elves on your side?
Well, they've been on my side from the beginning. I've been paying off the Keebler
Oh,
elves.
so yeah, it's just straight bribery. That makes sense.
Straight bribery.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm president.
True.
I
did
make them
say
the
you
official
were-
cookie of the United States.
You somehow got America on board with Santa being a communist and got yourself elected. So, official cookie of the United States, that'll do it.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I got it.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna take care of world hunger in my second turn.
You got
And,
the cookies for it, you know?
I'll probably address some other issues.
The other scenario.
Probably gonna update the infrastructure in America. Try to get ourselves some lightning rail lines. Probably gonna make sure our roads get paved and fix a lot of infrastructure that needs to be fixed. And really need to replace some of the lead pipes in some of these cities.
I'm going to be honest. Could you just do this and not
No, this has to come first.
completely take out the
We-
Santa
I
is
have to
very
reunite.
integral in this whole
Hey,
plan.
I have to reunite the American people before I can do anything else.
Right. Right.
And also, I'm going to fix that Richmond sewage issue because that's just nasty.
That is gross. I really
Yes,
like it.
I'd vote for you
Do that.
for second term.
Thank you. Anyway,
Second term.
Marshal President 2024. So anyway, do we have enough to vote on?
Yeah, sounds.
Okay,
All
Riley,
this makes total sense.
you're our guest.
I'm voting between pro-Christmas or anti-Christmas.
Well,
Yes.
pro-Christmas, but the method it was Trojan horse, and then everybody's very happy, or anti-Christmas.
Everything I just said.
Violently attacked, but apparently there's an infrastructure bill coming in a second term. So
I've also shot Jeffrey Bezos into space.
that's true. That's true.
I do dislike Jeffrey Bezos.
Oh, you know what? And then sabotage happens, rocket explodes, boom, money pinata. Everybody's happy. That's how you get the votes in the first place.
But this is more about Santa Claus.
Guess
Though.
what? We put all
We have all this money.
Just kind of scattered across the United States.
I'm gonna say Marshall's plan.
No, thank you.
Airtight.
It's airtight.
It's airtight. I agree.
I mean, you gotta get rid of Jeffrey Bezos, otherwise presents will still arrive.
Before-
Otherwise everything he stands for, I'm on board about.
I'm just going to go ahead
We respect Jeffrey Bezos on this podcast.
very quickly. You have a chance to change your vote only because Jeffrey Bezos no longer is the CEO of Amazon. So, is there a flaw in the ointment of the plan, which means that the whole thing comes crumbling down like a house of cards?
No, it's just like Apple. Without Jeffrey Bezos, it doesn't function well.
But, I mean,
He's still a billionaire.
he's still a billionaire, but does that really cripple the world?
Just trust me. Jeffrey Bezos has come back as Amazon CEO in this scenario.
He got bored. He was like, I'm not doing enough.
I'm good. I think I nailed it. Will, it's your vote.
So I'm voting for two anti-Christmas.
Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what, Will. I'll vote to keep it fair.
Sure.
Santa Claus, Trojan horse, or just eliminating all holidays. I do appreciate the nihilism of your plan. I'm not gonna lie. And as someone who is a nihilist, I'll vote with the nihilistic plan.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
An optimistic nihilist.
I like the fact that Rylee, your plan included just the assumption that you're already the world leader. Marshall did a lot of work to get there. I still think the flaw in the Amazon piece might be the issue there. The violent, bloody war at the North Pole was well described. It sounds like this strategy would probably work.
Yeah.
But
I'm a 5-star general.
You were already the president of the United States. Technically, you probably could have just banned Christmas, like Rylee banned all holidays.
No, you gotta get the people
He's
reunited.
pro-war.
How am I going to get through my second term and get all my things I really want to get fixed on if I don't do this first?
So the people they've gone from so pro-Santa to so anti-Santa.
I'm healing America.
That the violent, bloody coup at the North Pole
Heals America.
Yeah.
healing America. It's
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've shot Jeffrey Bezos in space, and I do apologize to him, but sacrifices have to be made.
I'm glad you apologized because I think that's how you get.
I didn't want to shoot Jeffrey into space.
I
We're good friends.
I think I just got to go. If you're already president of the world, you can get stuff done. So I think I got to go with Rylee's plan there.
Yeah.
All right, and that makes Rylee today's winner.
Woo!
I guess I should have thought out my plan a little bit better.
Honestly, somehow less details might have been. She didn't give me enough to poke at. Right?
Well, to be fair, I didn't really think about this beforehand, so I kind of just made all that up on the spot and went with it. But that's going to end it up for this episode.
It's the best.
Rylee, would you like to shout out anything? Been watching anything lately?
Oh, what have I been watching? Oh gosh.
I've been watching Cowboy Bebop. I'm shouting that out. But what do you
Ooh,
think?
Yeah.
That's been
I
good.
watched Tick Tick Boom on Netflix. It's a movie musical. It's very good. If that's your cup of tea, then I suggest watching it. If it's not, then you probably will not like it.
To be clear, I'm suggesting the new one, not the old one.
Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds good. I might check with that. Justin. Sorry, I don't know why I'm calling you Will.
We were
Will
so
today.
close. We were so
Oh
close.
no.
This season of Succession has been incredibly good.
Yes,
Really?
I'm changing mine to Succession as well.
It's been so good. I cannot I kind of went in with all right, how are they going to do this year? In the first couple episodes, you're like, okay, this is going to be kind of a good show. I'll probably keep watching, whatever. And as it keeps going on, I'm like, this is just unbelievable what is going on in this show.
Did you watch last Sunday's
I sure
episode?
did. It was incredible. So
Fair enough.
we'll have to talk about that
Yes,
here.
absolutely.
And then I'm going to plug the Facebook page that I've worked so hard
Yep.
on.
The Punch the Clock Facebook page. Justin, you've done a great job on that.
You know,
It looks great.
I do what I can.
Looks good. Also, like to plug our email address, punchtheclocks@gmail.com. go ahead and send your questions there. As always, I will always keep your name anonymous and make up a funny name for you. I don't reveal my sources, and that's going to wrap it up. So from me and Justin, I would just like to say thank you for being here today. Share this with a friend if you enjoyed the content, and toodles.
Toodles.